Hello students, we'll see the next part under the minors agreement. Okay, sixth one is over, right? Contract of service by a minor is void. Next one, enforceability of contract by a minor. See, minor is incompetent to contract, right? He cannot enter into a contract, but enforceability of contract by a minor is valid, right? But see, but the incapacity of a minor to enter into a contract merely means is incapacity to bind himself by a contract. Himself, he cannot enter into a contract, but it does not mean that incapacitate him from enforcing a contract in his favor. But in his favor, he can enter into a contract, or he can enforce in his favor. Personally, he cannot enter into a contract, but he can enforcing a contract in his favor. Okay, there is nothing which debars a minor from enforcing a contract in which he is a beneficiary, in which he can enforce the contract in which he is beneficiary. Okay, it's void. It is a valid. Okay, so personally he cannot enter into a contract, but he can enforce the contract in his favor in which he is a beneficiary. That is the payee or promisee of a contract. That means a contract wherein the minor is the beneficiary can be enforced at his option. When where the minor is a beneficiary, he can enforce that in his option, but not the option of the other party. Okay, for for example, say the sale or mortgage by a minor is void, right? But sale or mortgage in favor of a minor is enforceable by him. In favor of a minor is enforceable by him. Okay, this is about the enforceability of contract by a minor. Personally, he incompetent to contract, but he, it does not mean incapacitate him from enforcing a contract in his favor. uh, the sale or mortgage in favor of a minor is enforceable by him. In favor of him, it can enforceability. Okay, next one we'll see, eighth one, surety of for a minor. Surety for a minor. A loan to a minor is void. Loan to a minor is void, right? As such, if an adult stands surety for a loan to a minor, the guarantee of the loan must also be void. If the adult stands surety for the loan to a minor, the guarantee of the loan must also be void. But in some Indian cases, it's a void. Where if the adult stands as a surety for a minor for the loan, it's also void. But in certain Indian cases, it has for stand if the adult stand as a surety for the minor's loan, the adult is liable for that. So in India, if in a contract of guarantee an adult knowingly stands surety for a minor, although the minor is not liable on the contract, the adult surety is liable under the contract as a surety. This is because in a contract of guarantee, there is a separate and direct contract between the surety and the third party, right? So as per the law, minor loan for a loan to a minor is odd, and the any other adult stand as a surety for the particular minor means it's also odd. But in certain Indian cases, okay, if the adult is stands as a surety for minor, that particular adult is uh, liable for the repayment of the loan in case minor is not liable, not in a position to repay the loan. And because there is a contract between the separate the and direct contract between the surety and the third party. There is a separate contract between the surety and third party. In that basis, the surety will become, or the adult will become the liable for that. This is surety for a minor. Okay, next one, contract entered into by a minor and the adult jointly. Contract entered into by a minor and adult jointly, where a minor and an adult jointly enter into a contract with another person. Okay, where a minor and an adult jointly enter into a contract with another person, the minor is not liable on the contract, but the contract. In that case, minor is not liable for the any liabilities, but adult is wholly liable for the all the liabilities of a particular contract. It's very easy. Contract entered into by a minor and the adult jointly. If the minor and adult jointly enter into a contract, for example, son and son and father. Son is a minor and father is a major. They both jointly enter into a contract. In that case, dad is responsible for the all the liabilities of the contract, and that particular son is not responsible for any liabilities of the particular contract. This is about the ninth one. Contract enter into by a minor and an adult jointly. Next one, minor and negotiable instruments. Minor and negotiable instruments. A minor can draw, make, endorse, and deliver negotiable instruments so as to bind all parties except himself. He can draw, he can endorse, he can deliver negotiable instrument, has to bind all the parties. He can bind all, any other parties except himself. He cannot bind himself in the negotiable instrument, but he can draw, he can deliver, and he can endorse the negotiable instrument. That means it cannot be held liable to others on the negotiable instrument to which he becomes the party. He cannot liable to others on the negotiable instrument, but he can enforce the negotiable instrument in his favor against others. He can enforce the negotiable instrument in his favor other against others, but he cannot liable for the payment of the liable for to the others on the negotiable instrument. Okay, this is about the minor and negotiable. Okay, okay, we'll see the next some other points under the next class.